Hi, YouTube. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. The room is red. The frenzy has begun. Guys, hi, welcome on in. Appreciate you guys always coming through, and especially since the first episode was finally gonna go on up there. I'm so excited, guys. In case you guys don't know, I'm finally off my medication, so I can drink, which means chugga chugga, which means that I'm finally able to go ahead and bring out Evil Ed a little bit more. In case you guys don't know who Evil Ed is, it's essentially my uninhibited counterpart that can go ahead and bring out a lot of how dare you try to wait that would try and bring up a lot of themes and concepts that most people try and hide behind and challenge me at times, I guess. It's essentially our inner voices that can sometimes present arguments, our own little conversational voices that can present arguments that we have to go ahead and be open to it, and with no taboo. With it, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot to touch on in this show. There's a lot to grab, like, and truly conceptualize. You know, the personification of intrusive thoughts. Honestly, Evil Ed is king, and I feel like we've gone a long while without Evil Ed. Wait, Psychorns are actually a thing? What do they do, and why do I have so many? You can use them for requests and redeems. With that being said, I do wonder how this is going to go. And I do wonder, like, in this show specifically for Frieren, what does it mean to be in an... Holy fuck! Blade Dragon, thanks so much for the 5 gifted subs. You're a fucking goat. You're a goat. You're a goat. What does it mean for time to pass and for you to have, like, either power or for time to elate? How many people have you seen go up and down and die and so on and so forth? How many heads have you seen just, like, fly off in terms of, like, they started off here, but because of time, they're somewhere else altogether? This is like intellectual, not like actual heads, you know, like intellectually speaking. How many, like, advances have you seen in humanity, in everything through that regard? For Frieren, what does it mean for us to even exist, for time to keep going, you know? To be honest, I thought there were a joke on your videos. Anyways, I'm done. No worries. Evil Ed has always been a part of the channel as a joke, as a way to think about things through a different lens, and that's exactly why it's here. So this is Toes. Shut the fuck up, guys. It is a cold open. For I can't even have a serious moment. I'm introspecting and I can't have a fucking serious moment. Fuck you, chat. I wasn't thinking about the feet. The one time I'm not thinking about the fucking... I know, I paused because I was thinking about, like... Oh, fuck you. All right, I'm backing it up. I can't. I really can't with y'all. The reason why I'm stopping there, and it's an immediate, like... It's an immediate stop and pause, is because this isn't opening with dialogue. It's opening with movement. And it's showcasing that life is moving, right? I'll ask you this. When you woke up, right, today, when you woke up today, are you guys doing the sniffers? What was the first thing you heard? Weird. I know some of you guys are going to be like, what the fuck? What was the first thing you heard when you woke up today? What was the first thing you smelled when you woke up today? What was the first thing you tasted when you woke up today? What was the first thing you saw when you woke up today? What was the first thing you touched when you woke up today? Can't remember. Cat shrieking at me for food. My fan. Does the bed count? anything can count. Yeah. Saw and touch are easy to remember. My fan bread man. Air conditioner. I woke up earlier than my alarm. First thing I tasted was, ooh, Rogue, you okay? Cat shrieking at my food. Anything for the first 10 minutes. Passy sucker. A lot of people don't. My unwashed mouth. Dude, I like, I don't know how to put it. There are a lot of people out there that have really bad morning breath. And they need to watch out with that because it can be a medical condition if they're not careful. Bark, smell of dog fur, and I forgot the other question. It's your senses. What was the first things that you experienced? And the reason why I'm touching on this is because for me, hearing this and seeing this at large, I'm guessing that this is going to be sort of like a past memory and stuff like that. At what point does Frieren stop remembering? At what point does Frieren even stop caring? My room has terrible ventilation. It gets terribly hot, so I have like 3 fans blowing in my room at all times. Oof, bread man. Oof. So, like, at what point does Frieren stop remembering? At what point do the years start to blend in together and time starts to blend in together? At what point? I'll showcase this. The other day, I had to go coach my martial arts element, right? And this new guy, he's a fighter. He's been fighting for a good while. He's done a lot of kickboxing, some judo and whatnot. He's done it for around 5 years, right? And he's in there and he's like, oh man, I'm ready to spar with you, man. I'm ready to like, I have grown up, dude. I have done challenges. I've been in the ring. I've done this. I've done that. And I'm just quiet, dude. I'm just like cracking my neck, getting ready, stretching out a little bit, getting used to for what's coming. And he's over here and I'm just paying attention to how my feet feel, how my center of mass is, what I'm smelling, centering myself down because I know sort of what's coming. I'm stretching out, cracking my neck, doing what needs to be done to prepare. That guy's just nonstop. You were like, I'm going to take you down. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, whatnot. And then he's like, I've done 5 years of straight up work. I'm like, that's amazing. Good on you. And we start going at it, right? First 3 minutes, boom, round's done. And he's out of breath. He's like, trying to get his breath. He's just drinking his water. He's trying to get concentrated. And I'm still breathing, dude. Yeah, I'm a little touched out because he threw a couple good kicks, but I'm still in the corner. I'm breathing and I'm like centering myself again. We go back at it. Pop, 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 flips, kicks. Everything's going down. Second round done. He goes and sits down. He's out of breath even more. Meanwhile, yeah, I'm taking a little bit of water. Still controlling my breathing. Still centered down. Before the bell rings for us to start again, he's like, what the fuck? He's like, why? He's like, everyone I faced off against, I've been able to go and take them down to the ground. I've been able to throw my kicks. I've been able to like take them out. It wouldn't last 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 rounds, however many rounds. Why are you still breathing okay? What's going on? And I'm like, look, you've had 5 years worth of training where I'm sure it was extensive and your main line of attack, as far as I can see, is go, 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 go. What I'm doing is I'm centering myself. I've been at this for over 25 years. I've been doing martial arts for 25 years. Your experience is valuable. I'm not taking it down. I can get hit. Some of those can hurt. You might knock me out. Sure. That's A-okay. But my method of fighting is a lot different than your method of fighting. And those experiences that I've had over those years, while you might be actively present, for me, it just all intermingles. From learning how to throw, from learning how to throw a kick, from learning how to throw a punch like properly and being able to just do boxing, just do jujitsu, just for all those many years, it all blends in. And that experience isn't something that I have to think out at the front of my brain while he's actively thinking about what his next step is going to be, why he's trying to take me down. I'm just reacting. And I'm just being in a free flow of state while he's actively trying to go ahead and think about what his next move is. For those of you guys that might be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Right? Some of you guys might be like, what are you talking about? Some people get way too cocky when they reach what they think is their peak or something. Yeah, even for myself, I'm like, there are coaches that are better than me, right? Like my brother, phenomenal fucking fighter. Me and him can go at it. Phenomenal individual. There are people that are better, but the main reason about being a coach is just being humble, being open to coaching others to grow and whatnot, right? And the reason why I'm bringing this up and I'm talking about this is for Frieren. for the amount of time that they've been at this, the amount of time that they've been in this world, that they've heard certain things. How much value does her experiences have in this world that shape her perspective and shape her power? And this goes for you as well. How much value do your experiences have in your life? And how much do you ground yourself to it, where you don't even have to show off, where you don't have to be cocky, because you know that these experiences are who you are? Sorry. Not now. Not. I was gonna say. Oh man, hold on. Okay, Ed. But even through that, wouldn't you say that skills at times will overpower experiences? Not necessarily, because skills can only be touched on for certain elements, right? You can be have amazing skill set, but if you don't have the personal knowledge to incorporate it, it doesn't necessarily add up. What about the situations where an individual might be skilled in one shape or form, and they're not properly using these skills, or they're incorporating skills that are mixed in with other elements that you're not aware of? Could be a curse, could be mixed methodologies, could be 101 other aspects out there. You can't fully use skills without experiencing them. I mean, people read books and they assume that they have skills. People look at fucking random TikToks and they're like, whoa, that's totally what I meant. Whoa. That's exactly what I wow. It's amazing. Holy crap. Wow. They read books and they read elements, and they for some reason think that they have these skills. Also, thank you, Reflow. Guys, drop some Doritos for Reflow. He got us a whiteboard, so we're able to go ahead and use it. Reflow, you're a fucking goat. Guys, drop some Doritos for Reflow. He literally just got us the fucking whiteboard. What about he's literally me. What about the elements? What if an individual presents himself? Edgar, stay with me here. Chat, stay with me here. What if an individual presents itself where they've been at this for a long time? How do you justify a sense of self, a sense of belonging through all of this? What is the meaning of time? Does time equal experiences, and the more that you've lived outshine everything else? Or does how good you are at something outshine that time by itself? That's the main line of questioning that I'm trying to get at, because clearly there's a distinction in that. And through that, let's push it forward. Do the experiences that you make, the genuine experiences that you make, like Frieren and Flame the Magician, or Fern, or her adventuring party, those were only sprinkles in time through her prehistoric ages that she's been at. Does that emphasize that there are people out there that you will meet maybe once in a lifetime, and that they will carry more weight in your life than all the hundreds of acquaintances and co-workers and other individuals? But isn't that just a fact of life in general? There are people that are going to carry more weight in their relationships with you, regardless of how much you invest in it, regardless of what is there. There are people who today might walk up to you and say, hey, I'm proud of you. I love you. And that will carry fucking meaning for you. But there are other people out there like your dad who might say it 1,000 fucking times. And for you, you're just not feeling it. You might not feel it because of your experiences with them. And it carries a different resolute. Why do you form what you value? And that is why it's important. This is fun. I now understand the appeal watching live. Brendan, welcome on in. How many feet has she seen? Guys, chat. I can't, but I gotta say, hey, yo, these feet, bro. Appreciate y'all joining in on this. You guys are fucking goats. Holy shit. Not the sniff. Wait a minute.
それが
We'll back it up a lot of it. All right. I actually have a serious question here. I actually have a serious question for you guys. You are in that state. You are the demon in that state right now. You have one last line. With the start of, if you would, YOLO, you have one last line. What would that line be? What would your final message be? To either a loved one or whatnot. What would your final words be? And why? Why would you pick those words? Tis but a scratch. Exactly. You get. I love you, probably. She has far less mana than Lady. You sure about that? She has far less mana. Frieren is like fucking prehistoric. It's all according to Keikaku. It's all according to plan. I love you, probably. You sure about that? We haven't even tried to reach your car's extended warranty. Oh. What's it gonna be? She'll never directly engage with her. Fionn's gonna go, Bon Guy! And her fucking spiritual pressure is gonna go, it's too much. Forget it. It's too much. What do you mean she won't fucking directly interact with demons? What the fuck do you mean, bro? Hold on. I know she'll trick Ara and kill her. She never directly looks at a battlefield. Nothing so dramatic. Okay. Okay. Wait. Think. Think. It's not adding up, brother. It's not adding up. It's not adding up, brother. Oh. Now I'm a disgrace. I'm a disgrace because I'm using tactics that you don't know about. I'm the demon. Think, demon, think. I'm the demon. When the demon gets demons. Oh, fuck, Frieren. Oh, fuck, that's a... Oh, that's fucking... Oh, dude, I'm dying. That's some good shit. Think, Lugnor. Think, Mark. Think. You gonna cry? Oh shit, we're getting mommy time here. Fuck. Even at this time, like if this is their first encounter, even at this time, her mana was fucking insane, dude. First off, guys, Flamami is fucking beautiful, you know. But also, have they essentially, what I'm understanding, mastered themselves? Flammy, flame mommy, guys. So essentially, what they're doing is they're channeling it in, right? So that it can be like a surprise type method. Yeah, this it probably isn't the best of time, but you also have to remember for Flame witnessing this, for Flammy Mommy here witnessing all of this, it might just be. It sounds like a lecture, but survival mechanisms for the next time. Because I'm assuming if you put yourself in Flame mentality, this is probably happening a lot, and there is going to be a next time. Will you survive just by brute forcing your way through everything? Probably not. You're probably going to meet some resistance at some point in time. Seeing the difference that Flame is this legendary magician, and look at her stream compared to like Frieren's stream of mana here or spiritual energy. All of a sudden, what's getting to me is what does it mean to have control, right? What does it mean for them to be able to go ahead and like control themselves and their magic and their everything like this or spiritual pressure or whatever? Well, to be fair, Frieren could be like 500 years old. True, actually, 100% true, Konkasher. Oh, bro. I'm having feelings for Flame here, and I'm like, chat, both hands on top of the keyboard. Both hands on top of the keyboard. She does not want that. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up. Oh. And she's just like, you're mine. You're gonna be my apprentice. I seen what you can do. You have congratulations, you're adopted. Don't resist. And Frieda's like, I'm 500 years old at this point. Trying to figure out my Twitch keeps telling me, oh, weird man, no worries, man. It's becoming annoying. Sorry about that, Breadman. She's not playing fair. That is so beautiful. To these demons, if they can see what was represented earlier, this lowly human doesn't do anything. This lowly human is is just gonna get in our way. We have to take out the elf. The elf has potential. The elf is amazing. The elf is whatever. All of a sudden, highlighting this. Oh, it's beautiful the way that they're showcasing this. The intelligence of a fight, the intelligence of being able to deceive your opponent, the intelligence that in a fight, it doesn't matter to play like good or to play fair or whatever, right? Saying you have potential to a child who just kidnapped is a great technique to not make people question you. Oh. But Flame, as a person, what I'm discovering about her is her legacy, because for her to pick someone up and be like, you're going to be my apprentice, right? As an element through this, is it because she knows that, like, because she could have chosen not to have an apprentice, but her picking her up, why? Is it because you feel like you could embark a lot of knowledge on her to carry your will for the future, or some lessons that maybe she didn't fully capture then into the future? I'm so curious about Flame as an individual and where she's going with it. Was the Demon King the Demon King? Do you die if you are killed? Here we go. Yes. The one they just beat. Was he the real Demon King? Is the archer class full of archers? Why do you want all of the elves dead? I'm kind of thinking, yeah, kind of putting myself in that perspective. Remember, we see an elf at the beginning of the opening, and my mind goes into what if they were like the Demon King could exist but be a puppet to this person. Why would you want the other elves dead? Do you die in real life if you die in Canada? I don't think so, Sarahs. Oh no, how you doing, Sarahs? Like what my mind is going to immediately is, did that elf set out, if that elf is the actual Demon King, the actual, the big papaya, like mandating everything, and the Demon King was just a puppet, and that order is why elves are slowly becoming extinct. Yeah. But that's the purpose that I'm trying to highlight. Why would you take out the other elves? They live for a long time. They can learn magic and take down this race. You kill the elves, you are literally the most powerful individual in this realm. You literally have the ability to gain as much knowledge in everything. There's an elf opening named, so you couldn't tell. Elves are probably smaller in population given their longer lifespans, which would make them easier to target for a long-term war. But let's put ourselves in this way. Frieren is fucking scary. Now imagine all the other elves. Take them out one by one. We know that they have a hard time reproducing and all of these things. guess what? You've now set yourself up so that no other person can challenge you. And if you are an elf, if you are that elf in particular that we see in the opening and see that they are the ones that are taking the stone and they are the actual true king, right? All of a sudden, there are less people to challenge you and you have the ability to make and do things as you wish. And plus, it stops knowledge from being passed down, especially knowledge about. Yeah, damn, my jokes really aren't landing. I didn't see your jokes, brother. I'll name for. Oh, bro, that's a dad joke in itself. This is interesting. All of a sudden, there's more at play here. Ooh, oof. Are there dark elves? You might be overcooking. Oh, might I? Oh. That's the real question. Don't know. Because then are dark elves considered demon-like? Pink White Herd is just a couch surfer just staying in an empty castle just for free. Could be. Let me burn, dude. Let my head go into a fucking spiral. I feel like I'm about to get a nosebleed from this. Hold on. My brain is literally trying to process this because I feel like there's a lot at play here just from this interaction and from what we've seen previously all add up. And I feel like most people would take this and run with like, oh, let's go into like the what it means to, like the very obvious themes that are being presented instead of like, wait a minute, what have we seen and where is this going into? Why? And how does this impact the whole sociological impacts of the world at whole? Nick, don't lose your head, bro. It's 7. Go to bed, brother. Go to bed, brother. This is an order. Go to bed, brother. Go to bed. Take a good nap, dude. Let's go. What? I'm saying to good, like, for him to like not completely just crash on his fucking thing, dude. Wait, is did she just make them see the sun? Did she just make them see the sun? She's straight up American. She's straight up American. Here comes the sun. A silent nuke. Dude, a silent atomic. I am atomic. Oh, brother. Oh, dude, this is. Oh. This is a true wizard launching a fireball like there's no. You fucked up with an American. Oh. So good. Yeah. Wow, an actual teacher though. She cooked him harder than Ed. Bro. I mean, yeah. Analyzing 5 minutes ago, she fucking did some next level shit. I do want to say though, this symbolism of the young one riding the big one there, it's awesome to see. Like even skating through the water, even being on top of it, like they're using scrolls instead of books. Yeah. Hmm. 10%. You've only seen 10% of my real power. Just wait until I go Super Saiyan. Ah. Fucking Frieren, bro. This is insane. This is insane. Her and Frieren have the same combo? Yeah, well, I mean, and that's the thing is, through time, history will repeat itself. And that's an element that we're seeing through this. Sid does that too. Forever. It will at least rhyme. True. This is a good one. So when do I stop hiding my mana? That's the neat part. You don't. Dude, yeah. Has more mana as forces to submit to the other. I know she's a demon, but she's hot. Frieren, she spent 500 years. Dude, you're fucking prehistoric. Like, you're since the fucking time of the like, you're from the fucking time of like the fucking dinosaurs were roaming and they're like like what the fuck, like 500 years, bro. That's a fucking bucket in time for you. You were training with Flam, wasn't it, like a thousand years ago? Like, dude, my ears let you cook the dino grandma. 500 years, young girl. Years, yeah. I'm waiting for I'm waiting for her to fucking blast a spell or some shit. Like, no. Well, yes, but Fuck, dude.
人の偉さは
Yeah.
魔族は
Well, my thing is, are people really that different though? In that, like, and it's beautiful that they're doing this lore building and they're really expanding on all of these fucking concepts. But like, all of us have something that we're proud of. All of us love to showcase some areas, and some of us might be humble in some ways, but in other areas we might be a little greedful. Their demons are just egoist, right? Some people might just be that way. I've seen people flaunt their money, flaunt their clothes, flaunt their everything in a way that's kind of like, okay, some people do temporarily suppress it, but like for yourselves, what is one area, I guess, like if we're gonna do an introspection in where you can say, you know what, I'm a little cocky at this, I'm a little cocky at that. We're all cocky in some degrees. We all have things that we excel at, but like, at what points would you say, like, hey, you know what, I try to be humble at this versus I know that I have like a hard time, or I'm a little cocky when it comes to elements? We're more willing to manipulate how people see us. True. Absolutely true, McFluthburger. Okay, how many of you guys have been manipulated before? Or have been gaslit? How many of you have been manipulated or manipulated someone or been gaslit? Why? Why did you do that? Genuine question. Why did you Nick Mayer, at some point in time we all have. How many have not? If you were manipulated, or if you were manipulated in some way, shape, or form, why were you manipulated in some way, shape, or form? The praise went straight to your head. Santa and the Tooth Fairy. It's happened to a lot of people. It's a very common experience. Gaslighting is a real word. Good shit, C-Cal. That's a way to do it. That's the way to do it. But like, that's the element that I'm bringing up, is it's a very, like, it's happened to a lot of people. And oftentimes people either, they don't have the best, or sometimes they don't have the best intentions in mind. Sometimes they just want you to stay by their side, or they're afraid of change, or there's 101 elements that we can bring up. Trying to figure out why I can't gift you more subs. I know you'll be humble and say that you don't have to, but that's true. But I'm disappointed. I wanted. Breedman, no, I really do appreciate it. And again, you never have to. No one really does. It means the world when people sub or help out. I do have the throne, and that's another way of support, because there's some items in there that we're trying to get to either improve the stream or do stuff. Eeks next, yo, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. But that's like, in case Throne never works, there's always Ko-Fi or Throne or whatnot. There's a lot of ways to show support, but I appreciate it. I really, really do, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And thank you to everyone that's helped out, Blade and everyone else. Because I probably shouldn't. Yeah, no worries, man. Absolutely no worries. All right. That's the element that I bring up, though. Like, at what points have you been manipulated, and why? What did that manipulation strategy look like for you? And did you ever find it like a point to call it out? I'll be honest, I did. There was an ex that I had that gaslit me. There was an ex that I had that tried to manipulate me, and oh, people don't care about you. You really think people care about you? No, they're just there to make fun of you. That's the only reason that they're there, because you're kind of like a clown. They're not having a good time with you. They're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you. You see, that's why you have to act the way I want you to act, so that people don't laugh at you. And it's like, did they want, like even thinking, oh, I didn't call it out, I just ghosted. Like, if Nick, like, did they want a partner to be their own individual self, or did they want a partner that was just going to be a mold as to what they expected or their expectations? And we can go so on and so forth. I didn't call it out. I just ghosted, like, fuck having a conversation with them. True. I will unalive myself if you break up with me. Yeah, that's happened before as well, Cleo side. That's a good one. People are scared of you, they just pretend they aren't. Oh. Oh. Right. True. That's amazing. Oh. Oh. Flam turned into a gilf. Oh, Flam. Flame. The gilf. Oh. Oh. Chat. Ed Wood? Fuck. Wood. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Hey, thanks so much for gifting a sub, John. Appreciate it. You're a goat. In the end, all I could do was teach you to fight. So Flame never went to like the area of heaven that she was like that she had written down, huh? She did? Oh, she went there. Why is my mind like oh before she met? That probably makes more sense. That makes sense. Right. Oh. That's the sound of my heart fucking breaking. Ah. Ah. I didn't expect to have my fucking heart broken. Ah. Oh. Oh. Fuck the piano right now. Straight up, yeah. Oh. Shot from the opening. Wow. And yet she still carried like her master as well. Like the lessons that were taught to her, even though she's learning new magic and probably improving herself, like day by day, year by year, so on and so forth. Like she still carried to heart what was taught to her in keeping her magic in being able to go ahead and like, live with it for eternity. She took that to heart. Isolation, yeah, that might have been a big factor in all of that. Man, my heart's like very enthusiastic walk through the forest. Yeah. This is better than any crazy sequence. It is. It is. It's just beautiful as it needs to be. And it's wow. Oh.
なんだまあまあなものを使えば用はないでしょう。
いや、君は僕が出会ってきたどの魔法使いよりも
Master brings up a really good question. So the Demon King has been a threat for 1,000 years. Been a threat for 1,000 years, and only like 80 years since the Demon King was killed. Hmm. Mm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been bringing up. I have a lot of questions surrounding the Demon King, specifically to do with that, right? Or the new ones come about. Why couldn't Flame beat the Demon King? We saw a whole, and this is a question that I guess I'll bring up. We saw Flame already at the end of her journey as well, right? She had already visited heaven. Uh, she came back and she found Frieren and worked with Frieren. What about before? What about before? That's why I hold that there's still more value in all of these stories being told. I wasn't near the Demon Castle. How did you get here? So there's more at work in here than anybody, than anyone probably knows. And how did Flame go there? Go there if that's where the yeah, yeah. If if their hierarchy depends on strength, then wouldn't the current strongest take up the position once the position became vacant? I'm gonna shut up to that at that Passy, Pat.
強い
No.
どうしてそう思うの？
Oh,
80年ほ
bruh.
ど前に
Unimpressive. Oh. 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 You see, that's where you miscalculated. I'll take my potato chip and eat it. Ow. She activated our trap card. Oh no 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 no! Fucking smurfing here, Grandmaster smurfing in bronze. Well, yes, but actually no. We're gonna rewind just a little bit. Oh.
私の勝ちよ。
Oh. Guys, if bad, why hot? Please don't. Please don't. She doesn't know, chat. She doesn't know.
全然もだいぶやられ
Wait a minute. What do you mean? You could wait, hold on. Literal fucking boss music for her. But I was gonna say, is she just gonna be like, and let me go Super Saiyan, like oh. Oh. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Let it out. Chad, better see some fucking Doritos for this if she lets it all out. Do it. Blow us away. Oh, she's sweating, bro. She's sweating, brother. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's
500 years. Ooh. Oh. Let's go. Oh. That was beautiful. Oh, fucking beautiful. That's some hype shit, bro. Holy fuck. No way. Just like that, the battle's over? Low tier alpha. She didn't even fucking try. Think about that. She didn't even fucking have to like go like massive fucking explosion or anything. Stone Cold Steve Austin out of nowhere coming through doing that fucking stunner. She didn't have to do anything. She didn't have to do fucking anything. Like, it was just her fucking mana that ended this fight. Holy shit, dude. Well, that was bad advice. You should kill yourself now. Oh. No, I'm not all right. The flex and walk away. Holy shit, man. What an episode. What a fucking episode and a half to go through that. Whew. I feel like just saying it time and time did the same thing. Oh shit, the frames that lasted 1 second. Oh wow. That's beautiful stuff, man. Aura became my sweet loving wife. Frieren is a league gamer. Frieren knows exactly what to do. But that's why, as we're witnessing all of this, it's just, well, I can tell you one thing. Aura isn't all right, right? Aura's aura wasn't strong enough. True. Aura kills herself. Ending, are you all right? Oh. It was so good, though. I feel like, and this is the thing. Would you even need to fight? Like, or would you take Frieren's route? I'm gonna be honest. I actually like the way this went through. Like, this fight came through. I actually prefer it. Yeah, I was expecting a major fight or anything like that, but we've seen that with the dragon. We've seen that with others. So seeing the fact that, like, did you have someone to praise you? Ooh. Seeing that the fact that there's others, right? Like other methodologies for fighting, and not everything has to be like immediately based. It can be out of deceit. It can be out of different elements. Wonderful way of showing that it's not just like a stereotypical shonen, like, I'm gonna keep powering up. It's like, hey, you know what? We don't always need to fight that way. We can fight on multiple levels, and that's what's beautiful about this show. And even just the themes of learning, of connection, of how the past can influence the future, and how sometimes history rhymes. And yeah, a hero is not always going to be squeaky clean. A hero might be a little dirty, you know? Like, a hero might not be necessarily like the cleanest, best aspect out there. They might fight dirty. How do you think one should go around handing lessons from past experiences versus being humble for new lessons from new experiences? People can become too defined and rigid and closed from their experiences, but it can still teach them lessons. Do you think that if you view it the right way, lessons from the past are timeless in a way? It can be, but you have to remember that like time changes everything, so you have to be adaptable. You have to be open to seeing those lessons in a different light. I think I read this so long ago that I actually forgot how this fight plays out. I was expecting some crazy animation like the last episode. Yeah, but you honestly preferred the same. The animation, the show is so great. It's truly, yeah, it's phenomenal at storytelling. Frieren, I was holding in that fart for 1,000+ years, bro. And she just had to let it out. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful fucking episode. Anime makes it a mix, which is so good. The two shows that we've seen today have just been on fucking point. Frieren, with everything that she did this episode, phenomenal fucking shit, dude. If we're being realistic about it, it's mind-blowing. Interesting episode. What do you want to start off with? Because I feel like both episodes blew my mind today. So you lead, man. Where do you want to go? But Frieren, what do you think of this episode?
Oh, it was good. I kind of knew that's how it was going to play out. Like, I kind of felt like that was how it was going to play. Like, there was going to be like some dominating effect with the whole like mana, especially with the scales, because there always was like that chick. Her obsession was like, if I have like a higher scale, then she will seem to base all her decisions on that. She would always weigh it on that. So I was like, Frieren's clearly got something hidden that she can hide, and that's where I was like, yeah, it's probably the mana, because the one thing I always noticed was like the demons kept pointing out, well, she's got to run out of mana soon. She's got to run out of mana. And that was in the last episode too. And then it was just like, never ran out of mana. And they were using high mana spells too, like real intensive one.
Right.
So it wasn't like they learned how to make them more efficient. They just built their mana pool up much more to compensate for that. So I kind of felt like that's what it was going to be, but the way it ended, the exact line, that was a surprise. I was like,
I didn't know that she was going to be that much of a savage. I'll be honest. I didn't expect it to end like that either.
I was kind of sad because that demon chick is kind of hot.
She was. Pink hair, man. Pink hair. Does having Flame's backstory impact the way that you see Frieren making relationships?
It is very interesting because it does kind of show, especially with the whole village and everything, how like passage of time was kind of treated. Like 50 years to her just seemed like dropping a bucket, and then when she was living out in the village, like things just kind of felt like a long period of time just felt very meaningless to her, and the way they played it off. I really love the backstory and the interactions that she has with her master. And even especially at the end where she does the flower spell, it's like a last sign of respect to her master. Especially with the hero party, like the same thing that she did with her master, Himmel did with her. And that's why I feel like that's why she decided to follow, because it was like Himmel was like, oh yeah, I can see there's some potential. And then the priest is like, oh no, her mana's good, but it's not near mine. And it's like, Himmel's just saying, nah, there's something up there.
Right. Well, I mean, seeing the way that like history rhymes, and I think that's what they were saying in chat, and I'm like, that is such a beautiful way to take it. Is like, it's not going to repeat itself exactly, but it'll rhyme, and it'll rhyme pretty good. And seeing the way that things are going through the story, I'm impressed that it's not just all let me do a big magic battle. It's, hey, you know what? Let's talk about the like intelligently why we were prepared for this. And even further than that, I guess my question for you is the Demon King the Demon King?
Yeah, I remember you mentioning something during the episode about like the resurrection thing. It does make me wonder if there'll be some like type of resurrection for the Demon King, or someone stronger has taken the place, or because I kind of wondered if like with the whole idea of mana being a major part of their society, kind of reminds me like an animalistic instinct, like the strongest primate is the one that leads the pack.
Right.
I kind of wonder like basically a new demon lord has taken place that has an even bigger mana pool that's had that status, and they seem to be very much built on that as a pride. Like their mana pool is their pride and joy. It gives them a status symbol, and it was very clear, especially with the chick with the scales and Flame, the master for Frieren, how she pointed out, it's like, oh, we have our statuses when it comes to wealth and stuff, but the demons have theirs with mana. And it's like, there clearly is another demon lord out there, but is it the same one that's resurrected, or is it a new one that has just taken the place and has built its mana over the period of time?
Right. Well, I mean, even past that, I guess, like we're gonna we're gonna dig in deep on this one, which is that elf girl that we see in the openings sitting in the throne. That's specifically what I'm thinking about. Is she the real Demon King?
Or is she the one that's taken the status?
Yeah. Because a hit was sent out to kill all elves. Now, who would specifically do that unless you
someone
know...
that understands elves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And who would know elves better? An elf.
An elf. Yeah. That's my theory I'm running.
That was my thing that I pointed out as soon as I saw that elf. I was like, there's something up about that elf, and there's going to be like an elf versus elf kind of confrontation. It's going to be like power, like massive power batteries, and just like...
Right.
Because they clearly have probably both lived for a really long time, and I think that's where I think the party's going to grow. I think that party of 3 is going to grow. I think there needs to at least be 2 more people.
Right. Well, I mean, that would be wonderful. Yeah. Yeah.
And especially with the challenges that are coming up, I think they're going to need to grow it.
Well, I mean,
they need a healer. Definitely a healer.
Comes my following question for you as well, which is, now there's 2 ways that we can either take it. Number 1, Flame taught this girl as an apprentice before Frieren, or this girl learned some sort of type of magic before, or vice versa, where Flame was an apprentice of this individual, because this Demon King has been around for thousands of years.
Mm.
Who do we know that can live thousands of years?
Elves.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure demons can fester at that age as well, but still, they don't have a priest yet. True.
Yeah, that's why I think there's at least 2 more members are going to join, and one has to be a priest. I don't know what the other one will be, but I'm guessing a priest and someone else.
Yeah. Man, all of a sudden, like my mind's just going wild with all of those like different possibilities there. uh, okay, so what do you expect going forward?
I'm thinking that they're going to clearly have to something's going to transpire where they realize that they're going to have to go deeper into enemy territory. They're going to have to deal with the new threat, and they're going to realize that the 3 of them can't deal with it alone. So they're probably going to look for some more fresh blood to kind of join. And that's why I'm really adamant that they're going to find a priest, because it's like the one missing piece of the puzzle. It's clear as day. But I just feel like 2 more, because it's like a party of 5. So it's a nice little size chunk.
I guess
how they're going to find them, that's the thing.
My follow-up question for you is this: why did Flame come back from heaven?
It's an interesting question. Maybe to help Frieren, allow her to move on and build on to the next adventure. I mean, has she really died though?
Well, I mean,
is it like a period between like the afterlife, like the in between, like where they're just a ghost and they can kind of influence a little bit on the mortal plane?
Well, like sort of the aspect of like where she didn't. They didn't serve beer in heaven. Oh God, I was gonna say, because isn't that the location that's after the like Demon King's castle or whatever that Flame went to and wrote about, and all of these things, and this was before getting Frieren as an apprentice. So my thing is, if this place was so mystical and magical and whatnot, why did she come back? Unless something kicked her out, or unless there was a great threat coming. Because why would you leave a place that like holds this much memories and you can stay and be with your friends and all of these things?
Maybe she's seen the signs of something coming and wants to warn her.
Oh, Mongo says, wait, how could Flame go there if the demon's territory is there too?
I mean, can demons interfere with the spirits? I mean, maybe they can like interact with them, but they can't actually like interfere with them, like block them or anything.
Well, I was gonna say, and then considering that apparently this place is right after the demon's castle, that's yeah, I'm killing the Demon King. Why Frieren? True, actually, very true. Why specifically does it have to be Frieren that kills the Demon King? That's interesting.
Well, my theory on that would be because it's another elf, and Frieren probably knows elves the best.
Right.
So it might be, you need an elf to defeat another elf.
Well, and that's sort of, again, that's sort of the area that I'm highlighting. I'm like, I feel like this is what it's going to devolve into, where, all the elves have been killed off because of jealousy, because of fear that if you let an elf live for thousands of years, they're going to get so strong that they might challenge the person that's actually pulling the strings.
I'm kind of contemplating on what you said before. Did they really kill the Demon King?
Right.
Kind of twigged on something, because I was thinking that when was the order sent to kill all the elves? And it was like that was before she ever joined the hero party.
Right.
So what if the elf is the Demon King and they never actually killed the Demon King? They just killed someone that served the Demon King, and that elf is technically or unless she was puppeting the Demon King, and she just replaced them.
What demons using? Well, here's where I'm going to go ahead and capitalize on this, which is Flame hates demons. However, if I'm just going to use it as an attachment perspective. If your apprentice grew up to do something and you cared about this apprentice, they were evil, could you kill your own apprentice? That's where my mind is going into, which is, could you see, for example, Flame picking up another elf, teaching her the ways to be good and control her mana and control all of these things to eventually go off and fix the mistake that she made? My mind's running into like a scenario where it's like Flame might have taught two people to sit like really bad or really ways of defending themselves, or even more. Maybe that elf was already evil and Flame's just preparing Frieren for it. Oh.
The possibilities.
Yeah, it's interesting. Also, we got to have an exception to the rule of demons, each literal in terms of interpretation / presentation. It would be jarring after such a long period of consistency. A demon is so masterful, he passes as a human with empathy. Truly scary. That would be cool. That would be amazing. But overall, I fucking love this episode. I don't know what else to say. I thought it was amazing. We can theorize all night about all the different elements, but like what was shown, fucking golden.
It is.
All right, man. Well, any other topics you want to cover?
I think pretty much everything's covered.
I think so as well. All right, guys. Well, any final words before we head on out?
That's pretty much everything.
Hey.
I'm sure our first conversation will add some spice into the community.
Oh, bro, that we went into some spicy realm for a second there. That was We'll see how that goes. Guys, before you guys take off, though, I do want your guys' support and love too. We're gonna go ahead and do something we usually do, which is we're gonna give Doritos surprise someone, ladies and gentlemen. Get your Doritos ready. We love rating people that have like one or two or a couple of followers here. Guys, we're gonna raid Camilla here. They're incredible individuals. They do a lot of yarn work. Absolutely fucking amazing. They only have 12 people watching them right now, ladies and gentlemen. Get all of your Doritos ready. Let's show them some love and support. Let's show them that like people do watch and people do care. Guys, I appreciate y'all. Have a good night. I'll see you guys probably Sunday.